Hello YouTubers, Groundware here today. We're going to play some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The game's been out now for about 4 months. I've had a chance to get quite familiar with it. I've played through career mode several times, as well as I've gotten my rank up in multiplayer. So I hope that I will be of great assistance to you. Alright, well here we have Act 1. This is the first mission. Level is called Black Tuesday. Your vehicle's just been hit with an RPG. Sandman's giving you instructions to get out of the vehicle. Sandman's going to come down. He's going to hand you a mag.
Jammer's 500 meters north. We'll leg it from here. Let's go.
All right, you heard the man. Now this is we are playing this. I am playing this on veteran difficulty level, so your game experience might be a little bit different depending on what level of difficulty you're playing on. However, you can. If you are playing on a lower level difficulty, you can tell it's going to be much easier for you. So this is a street. You want to work your way up to that objective marker, which is 93 meters away. And there's going to be waves of enemies coming at you, so I suggest hunker down and play what I like to call a leapfrog. Just work your way up little by little, getting cover. Use your flashbangs, aka 9-bangers, to blind your enemies. They're grouped up real tight together, so it's very effective. I'm using the M4, and that's the gun I'm going to be using pretty much throughout the whole game. Just for me, I think the M4 is great. Grouping isn't so nice on it, but you know, it's a lightweight, of course, firing that 223 or 556, and it's just a great little gun, and I think they've really done a good job with it, both in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. All right, you see that vehicle that came up at you? There's going to be a guy manning that 50 cal that I took out as soon as that guy came around the corner, because he's going to be laying down suppressive fire, and you ain't going to be able to do nothing until he's dead. So pop a few caps at him the moment that vehicle comes around the corner. That way you don't give him a chance to do anything. Alright, well, that pretty much clears this portion. Let's get to the next part. Alright, well, here we are. Next portion, you're going to want to work your way into the building that is due just about north, let's say northwest, no, northeast. You want to eventually get into that building over in the northeast corner there. But first of all, you're going to have a few bad guys coming at you. There's going to be a couple vehicles coming up here unloading some more of them. There's one of them now, so just keep an eye out for that. Kill a couple bad guys. Here you will make progress as long as you stay hunkered down and you start shooting them. So there's no necessarily advancing to be done. Alright, there's the bird. So at this point you want to get your way into the building. Alright, well, that covers that portion.
Same as before. Burn the jammer, kill the bad guys.
Then just follow Sandman. Get up the stairs, and we'll go through the next portion of this walkthrough. Alright, well, let's head, again, follow Sandman here. The moment you get in here, just lay down suppressive fire. Right there, just like I did. I didn't even use my scopes. It seems to work. I did get hit a few times, but it works okay. There's two bad guys hiding around here in the corners, to take them out while you're prone. There's one down there, and as you're working your way down here, bring out your grenade launcher and toss one down there, because they're going to be coming out. And that takes care of 3 bad guys that are going to be coming out at you. And here is the first location of the first intelligence item. Now, I've already picked it up, but that's where it's going to be. Alright, let's continue. Want to work our way down the stairs. Be prepared to use a 9-banger, because that's going to be your next step. Alright, just watch how this goes. 2 bad guys. Knife 1. Put a couple 223s in the next.
Jammer's not far. Watch the windows and doors. Double check the shadows. Truck, you getting anything on your comms? Nothing but static. Hold up.
Now, as you approach this portion here, we're going to be pointing out the next intelligent item, but first, pop up. There's 1, 2, and 3. That's going to be the location of them. Again, that might be a little bit different depending on what level of difficulty you're playing on. There was the intelligence item that you just saw. sitting there right to my left-hand side. That'll be the second intelligence item. Now there's going to be quite a few, again, more waves of enemies coming in through that entrance that they just blew open. So hunker down, play leapfrog. I believe you're going to make progress even if you stay back there and shoot. But just get rid of them. There's no real strategy here. Just stay behind cover. And they're going to keep coming through that entrance. That's the only entrance they're going to be coming in through, so you have no concerns about being flanked from behind or anything. They're just all coming in through there. So just wipe them all out. Now at this point it might be helpful to pick up a AK-47 with ACOG sights. However, I think I'm going to stick with the M4, but you know, you can look for a ACOG sight AK. That's going to help you out a lot. But again, I've got the hybrid sights on this, so I'm not too concerned about it. Now you've just been given instructions to get out your grenade launcher, your XM25. That's for the guys up there on the steps at the top of the stairs. They're going to be hiding behind there, and you'll see me in a minute just shoot a couple up there because I know that they're behind those pillars, or whatever you want to call them, that's supporting the roof of the building. There we go. I know they're behind there, and that'll flush them out. So that clears them. Now there'd be a couple more coming from the west. Step back here a little bit, snipe them out. Then you can get up here, go prone immediately, make sure everything's clear. And oh, I think I just shot at one of my own guys. I do that a lot. Alright, XM25 can come in handy here. There's going to be some waves of enemies coming out of that entrance due northwest. I believe that's northwest. Oh, that's southwest. Go and clear them out. Hunker down here a little bit. They're just going to keep coming unless you advance, so this is one of those moments where you need to make some progress, or else they're just going to keep coming. It's that entrance, it's just straight ahead of me that you're going to be heading for, and that's where you're going to want to refill your ammo, excuse me. Alright, switch weapons if you wish, go down there and get some ammo. Alright, here we are. I've switched weapons. I've picked me up an AK with red dot sights. We're going to come over here and find the third intelligence item in this level, or in this mission. Now as you head up the stairs here, or the escalators, there's going to be waves of enemies in this room. Kind of looks like a newscaster's room, and this is probably the hardest part of the game. Just going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming unless you make some progress to the south wall. You want to head south, and that's how you're going to make progress here. This, again, is probably the hardest part of the game. Flashbangs and grenades aren't really going to help because there's so many obstacles here, so you're just going to have to kind of stay crouched or prone and peek your head up, you know, just like I'm doing here. You'll see this strategy I'm using. I like to stay towards this wall here, the west wall. It seems to help me out a lot. Whoops. Friendly fire. Just peek your head up once in a while and just clear them all out. That's where they're coming from, is that objective marker down there. That's the corner of the building they're going to be coming from. So keep your eye on that, because there will be resupplies of enemies that are going to be respawning, or actually they don't respawn, but they just keep coming anyways. So keep that corner clear. Toss a grenade down there, just AK-47 would have to be my second best, or second favorite weapon in this whole game. First actually being the MP7, by far. I personally set up... Oh, there's your third and fourth location of the enemy intelligence item. I personally use the MP7 whenever I can get it, but if not, I use the AK or the M4. I think the AK is pretty good, as long as it's not suppressed. I think they really messed up the suppressor. Alright, you've got 4 guys down here, so like you saw me do there, I tossed a grenade. Now there's going to be more enemies coming in from the first time you entered into this room. That's the location, right down there, that way. Ignore that. Head up the ladder here. And here we are. There's going to be 4 more guys coming at you from up here. Stay down here. Get all them. Now as you head up the stairs here, toss a 9-banger just over the rim here, just down that way like I did. You'll blind about 4 or 5 of them. Now there's going to be enemies up there on that platform where that antenna is that you're eventually going to destroy. And there's going to be a couple to your left-hand side. There's one of them. Oh, there's some left up on the platform. After they're all cleared, oh, we got one more. Alright, here is the last and final location of the last intelligence item for this mission. So grab that, and that takes care of all the intelligence items for this mission. Go ahead and throw your stuff on there, your C4. Now you want to really look for a ACOG sight AK. Red dot will work if you're pretty accurate with it, but I recommend ACOG as you're going to be, well, you'll see what I'm talking about here, but right up there is where you're going to be shooting some bad guys. They're a good 300 yards away, so ACOG will really help out here. Alright, you'll want to pop off about 5 of them for the next 20 seconds, and then you're going to have access to a Predator drone. You want to use that to knock out a couple of them up there, and then you're going to be using it for a chopper. You'll see how that goes here. Alright, there's your instructions to use the Predator. So go ahead, prone behind cover, you'll be fine. I'll take care of about 4 of them. And now here's that bird you want to knock out of the sky. Now go ahead and pop up, knock a few more bad guys off of the ledge. Wait a few seconds before you run for that chopper because it's not going to be ready for you for another 2 or 3 seconds from this point. Now you can run for that chopper. Wipe some of them off of the rooftop with your minigun. And now you're going to be shooting at choppers. Don't get discouraged if you seem to get killed a lot here, because these choppers like to do that. I've had to play this 5 or 6 times, respawning and all that, because they seem to kill you no matter what. Even if you're laying down, every 100% of your bullets hit the plane, you're still going to get killed. Now in this time around, I got lucky. I didn't even die once, but you could, and you don't have any concern about that. Just play it again, and eventually it will finish, no problem, as I've just done there. Now you're going to fly around for a few seconds, and there's going to be a chopper that's going to fly out of nowhere unexpectedly. Go ahead and lay fire on him once he comes up. There he is. hiding behind that building. However, he will pop up at one point, and you'll have a clear shot at him. There we go. And this is part of the mission, so nothing to be concerned about here. Really? Alright, well, you know what? That pretty much takes care of mission number 1. A couple days or so, I'll have mission number 2 up here on my channel, so stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope I was a big help to you.